Yo, what up guys? Today I wasn't actually going to be posting a video, but Jagex have just dropped this, so we can get this done and then I'll carry on working on tomorrow's video so that's ready for you guys then. But this is the MTX experiment cosmetic free worlds. Now this is coming from July 28th, so actually not that far away, and it's going to be going until September 30th. So for those of you that don't know, this is actually really good timing because the video that I talked about yesterday or the day before, probably the day before, we were talking about this specifically and what they're going to be doing, how the communication is and all this sort of stuff, getting your guys' thoughts and opinions on it basically. So give more opinions and thoughts in the comments of this one too. But let's take a look and see what's actually happening with the cosmetic free worlds, because I did have some questions about how they were actually going to be useful even when they announced them. So let's see. This says MTX bonus experiment. This is the cosmetic free worlds. The MTX experiment arrives in late July as we enable a selection of cosmetic free worlds. I'm not sure what all this is about. The experiment is part of a series of experiments running from July to September, which will help us lead to big changes on our approach to monetization. So if you haven't seen that, I will link this post and you can read through it. But I think at this point, because it's quite old news now, most people probably have seen it. Either way, there's supposed to be linked so you can come here and then check that out there if you wanted to. It says, what are we doing? Cosmetic free worlds will be available from July 28th till September 30th. On these worlds, various cosmetic overrides, animation overrides, and other visuals will not be visible. Check below for a more comprehensive list. So, what I was curious about for this is specifically this part here is the most important bit that I was curious about, because I was like, well, I mean, if you have a completely cosmetic free world, what can you actually learn from that other than how many players are playing it and how many are not? Does it drop off over time, that sort of thing? But you can't really get any information on, like, you know, what cosmetics are okay and many other things as well. And I had some suggestions which I'll mention again in a sec, but let's read through this. So they say, we've had feedback from players that cosmetics in their current implementation, can impact some players' sense of immersion or personal gameplay experience. There's definitely some cosmetics in the game that definitely can do that for sure. I'm sure you guys know which ones I mean. This bonus experiment will help us directly gauge how the game feels without cosmetics that exist today and help us consider our future direction for cosmetics. Here's a summary of what we're primarily looking at during the test. So they're looking at player feedback, how the game feels without the cosmetics that exist today, which cosmetics are missed or valued to be visible, and thoughts on the visual identity and style of the game with only the more grounded look of items that exist through gameplay. Okay. And then the data is, I'll talk about this again in a second. The data is how many players use the cosmetic free worlds, return to cosmetic free worlds, and their playtime within them. It's important to stress that our final implementation is likely to be vastly different from this test. If there's clear desire and interest in addressing the identity of cosmetics within RuneScape, the final outcome could take many forms, from the possibility of toggling visibility or certain oral cosmetics, to the visual style of any cosmetic introduced in the future and more beyond. It could be more, even a combination of these things. So this is what I said that they will probably do, is have an option where you can toggle whether you see cosmetics you're on your personal account, which I would probably use myself, maybe. I don't know. You know what? Probably not. I actually don't mind the cosmetics too much. Like I said, there's some that's an absolute nightmare, but I am interested in checking out the world for sure. And then also, the direction of cosmetics in the future is actually a really good one. I like this, and I'm glad that they put this in here, because obviously it means now they can, like, okay, these are the sort of cosmetics that they like, these are the cosmetics that aren't liked from this feedback here. And yeah, but now this isn't necessarily tied to these cosmetic free worlds in my opinion, because you can, I mean, this one is, right? Of course, this one doesn't really matter because it doesn't, like, whoever's using the cosmetics, whether you like them or not, like if I hate a cosmetic, if someone's using it, there's a good chance that they like it, or they think it's funny, or they think it's fun, and they might miss that even if I think it looks horrendous, which of course is why you give your feedback and votes on it and stuff. But for people to tell you, oh well, this one is bad, this one is good, this one is bad, this one is good, I feel like you're not going to get that just from being in a cosmetic free world. Like, oh yeah, I played the cosmetic free worlds, but I missed my run animation that makes me look ridiculous. Like that, you know what I mean? Like I feel like you can't really get much solid feedback from this. The thoughts on the visual identity and style of the game. This them having this here is, I think, is important, but they could ask this anyway. I think, like, they could quite easily, this is what I was saying yesterday or the other day when I made the video, is they could just like do this thing where you, whenever you log in each day, if you vote on 10 random cosmetics that they show you, you get like 1 treasure hunter key or something. Maybe not treasure hunter key, I don't know, you know, like anything, you get something, right? But basically you vote on them. Maybe you get like, maybe you get 1 of the cosmetics. That could be kind of cool. But yeah, anyway, they pop it up. You go through a page of 10 cosmetics and you vote whether you like it or not. Then they could actually get a actual data survey based on what people think of the direction of for the style and stuff of the game. And I feel like that could actually work a lot better, and also a lot more players would do it. So that's what I thought, but you know, what do you guys think about that? So how many people will use cosmetic free worlds? I actually think these are going to drop off pretty quick, in my opinion, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I might play them if they're quiet anyway, just because they're quiet, you know. What to expect? We will launch with 4 cosmetic free worlds. There'll be 2 US worlds and 1 EU world, which makes sense. Oh, there's 3 US worlds and 1 EU world. This makes sense because the majority of the player base is from the US, and then the rest, like, well, not the rest, of course. I'm not going to forget, you know, the rest of the world, but I'm just saying that the majority, even reflected from my YouTube demographics and stuff as well, is, you know, US, EU, and then like it's a very small percentage for every other place, which makes sense for this. But I mean, maybe they should have put 1 like SEA server in here or something. But like I say, we'll closely monitor the demand for cosmetic free worlds and convert more worlds as required. Cosmetic free worlds will be marked in the this is probably a price thing why they don't have an SEA actually. But anyway, cosmetic free worlds will be marked with the in the world selection screen under the activity section. Cosmetic free worlds will be at the top of the worlds list, and when world hopping and in the lobby. Cool. So this is actually so people can easily see them and know that they're there, because most people aren't going to read this post or see this video or anyone else's video that they see compared to the actual majority of players that play the game. When you launch the game for the first time after we release Cosmetic Free Worlds, you're going to pop up with details on the experiment and what to expect. Nice, that's really good. After that, anytime that you log in to a Cosmetic Free World, you'll see a message box letting you know you're in a Cosmetic Free World. Awesome. List of cosmetics not available. Okay, I was going to say that's going to be massive, isn't it? But this means like wardrobe overrides, walk overrides, rest overrides, tools overrides. Basically anything that changes how the game looks, I guess. So if you summon a familiar, I assume it shows the familiar that you've got here. Pets including legendary. Cool. Ability overrides, combat spells, e.g. high arc, death. Okay, so yeah, basically no ability overrides at all. Awesome. I think this is something that a lot of players would miss, the ability overrides, because I think these are all good, like the different colors and animations and stuff. But you know what? I mean, I'm not against cosmetics anyway, and they can never fully remove cosmetics because they've sold them to players, and it is going to be a way that they make money too. So yeah, how to give feedback. Your voice is critical to every experiment. We need to know directly how these changes impact you, whatever your perspective and what you think is right or wrong about what we're trying. The best way to give us your thoughts is through our survey. For this test, we'll open the survey a little later on August 11th to allow for some time to get a feel. Good. I'm glad they're doing a survey for this. That's awesome. Not the survey time, all good. Head on over to our official Reddit thread and Discord channel on July 28th to share your thoughts and participate in discussions with the community. Whether you're watching from the sidelines or actively playing, please let us know what you think. Awesome. It's good. FAQs, are you intending to stop offering purchasable cosmetics? No, they can't anyway. However, we do want to take up to test feedback about the current visual style of our cosmetics and get a read from our players on how the game feels without them. As we mentioned above, this could help inform our future visual identity for cosmetics if popular, as well as more control for players to find the experience. Okay, cool. I think basically what this will do is it'll just lead to a toggleable option for people to disable. Basically, like almost make it like you're on a cosmetic free world anyway, even though you're on a normal one, and then you just don't see them. And then also it'll help direct the way cosmetics go. Would you ever take away my purchased cosmetics? No, they can't anyway, legally. We respect anyone who has purchased cosmetics in a game, and any financial approach would take this into account. Sorry, not financial. We ultimately want to do what is best for the game, but we will also ensure your character can look how you want with what you own today in any final implementation. They can't take away them anyway. If you've paid for something in the game, they can't just be like, oh, that's gone. So yeah, I mean, not like with cosmetics, like a transaction like that anyway. How do I show I really like the game with or without existing cosmetics? We highly encourage you to give cosmetic free worlds a try and then let us know how you feel through the survey. Why are keepsake items and non-FTX cosmetics also not visible on cosmetic free worlds? As of all our experiments, the key is to ensure that we're not disrupting our core content development for the purpose of this test. Selling the cosmetics provided the most direct route. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? I think it just means that you get that feel of when you see someone, whatever they're wearing, whatever you see on that character is actually what they have. So it goes back to like the old RuneScape days, right? And same the way old school RuneScape does it. What if I want to play on these worlds, but they are full? We will be carefully monitoring the usage of the worlds. If demand is high, we'll convert more worlds. Awesome. I was going to make free worlds going to be a thing in the future. We currently feel this is unlikely because free worlds are the best way for us to test. We don't think this is the ideal approach to the outcome. This is more a vessel for learning. Cool. It'll probably be a toggleable option on the player's side that just disables animations, I guess, probably. But anyway, that's what's happening with this. I thought this would be interesting to go through. I want to keep up with all the MTX stuff anyway. I think a lot of people probably will. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about this, and I will have another video for you guys tomorrow. Catch you later, guys. Have a good one.